Hey everyone, thought I'd give you another brief update of what's going on in the indoor grow room. Things are picking up steam now that the spring is upon us and we're getting the warmer weather. I'm still in, I'm in zone 5, so our last frost is not for a few more weeks, but I've got a lot seedlings planted already and starting to see sales at the local big box store, so things are moving along. In the grow room, you can see I've got a lot of seedlings here. I think there's some peppers on the right there, and on the left is just some broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage. So those are those need to be transplanted out of there. Recently transplanted everything in this tray. There are some tomatoes. Most of them are peppers. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see, but my olive plant is really taken off now that it's warmer down here in the grow room. I mean, this top 8 inches or so is all brand new. Seems like it's growing every day. Let's see, the coffee plant, definitely getting some new growth on there, and tons of flowers on the Myers dwarf lemon tree. Again, I think it's all really, things were just stunted here in the indoor grow room because it's not heated at all, and now you can see we're at like 70 degrees, so it's been pretty much steady around 70 during the day in here, and things really are responding well. These two I just got today actually in the mail. I think it's pronounced Musa Baju. They're cold hardy bananas. Banana plants, so they're more ornamental though, I think, because of the growing season and the size of the bananas. You can't really eat them, or they're not really worth the effort, I guess. But either way, I mean, it was a good price, cheap price, quick shipping. I'm going to actually plant them this weekend. I'll do another video over the weekend outdoors, show you what I got going on in the different gardens. And I'm getting a load of mulch, and then once I get the mulch down, I'll be planting those Baju bananas. Let's see, the I gotta move my the 3 carnivorous plants here back out under the light, but definitely getting good growth out of them. They're all out of their dormancy period. I think last episode I had said I'd gotten them out of the refrigerator from dormancy period, and definitely getting some good growth on there. Let's see, over here, I think you can tell, I'm trying to get around all these wires and everything, but here are all the rest of the tomatoes and peppers. Lots of different varieties, obviously. Some are bigger than others, but definitely overall doing good. They started out obviously seedlings, and they've already been transplanted. I actually transplanted them this week into these red solo cups. So there's all the, I don't have enough room to grow all of them. Most of them are different kinds. There are some duplicates, and then you can see obviously I've got you know, good germination rate, and I've got to separate these. For example, 2 in here. One's doing much better though. Actually, no, I'm sorry, there's 3 in there. But you know, I share friends and family, co-workers that I give some of them to, so I'm not going to plant them all. I'm also going to be buying some more over the weekend. Like I mentioned, the big box stores are all having their sales already, and I think this weekend Home Depot, our local Home Depot, is actually having a sale on the Bonnie plants, which I've always done good with planting in my area. But the Bonnie plants are like $2 a piece, you know, 5 for 10, I think is what they advertise. So I'll be picking up some, you know, cucumbers or peppers or something, you know, of a variety that I'm not actually growing. And then the other big update, sort of got a problem. The corn has outgrown or grown as much as it can grow. I think you can see there that actually, remember the tassel was like way down here. And I've even put a huge, I think you can see, even kind of manually put that bend in there by tipping it over some to try and get some more height out of it. But now the tassel is all the way up as far as it can go to the ceiling, and it's been there for a little while. and I don't have any corn at all growing. So I think it pretty much stopped and it's stunting itself. So let me see if I can turn this to landscape and you can get a better idea. There you go, I think you can see. So, you know, it's at least 3 feet tall, and it's completely my fault for thinking that it would fit, at least in here. It's far too late for me to be able to, you know, attempt to move it or get the whole entire hydroponic setup off of this small cart and get it on the ground, which would only gain me, you know, another, what, foot and a half, and it's not going to be long enough for sure to get that corn to produce corn. So it's definitely a good experiment. I mean, you can definitely grow corn indoors, but I think I need a bigger house. And the other thing you'll notice is the monster behind the corn. This is actually only one single tomato plant, one of those, that's the striped cavern. You remember there was actually two, one all the way on the corner here, but that got stunted in growth because this main one here, or the only one left, got to be so big. It just took over and shaded the other one, knocked it over a little bit, and I did a little pruning, did a little support with some string, and got some light directly on that one that was over here, and it never came back. So unfortunately I had to chop it out of there. But the problem I'm having is this one single monster tomato that I'm trying to pan around and show you hasn't produced any tomatoes. There was a ton of flowers on it, and I did have a couple of the blossoms drop. Maybe I was too, you know, rough with them. But I mean, I attempted to hand pollinate them, just like I've seen Ray and other people do on videos. You know, with my finger, I tried some. I tried using small little brushes, you know, paintbrush, toothbrush type of things on other ones, and you know, didn't knock them over. And I don't know, there was probably like 20 or so flowers altogether, and they just never took, and I'm not sure why. It obviously liked the hydroponic environment it was in, although I did switch, I think from the last video I said from the grow to the bloom. Maybe that was the problem. I mean, my pH and my TDS values are fine, so I'm not really sure why. I mean, it's definitely a monster tomato plant. It's probably, you know, short of a tall cherry that I've grown, I guess, for non-cherry varieties, this is the biggest or widest that I've ever grown. And again, you can see part of the problem is that it stunted itself by hitting the ceiling. I mean, I definitely could have pruned it more, but that shouldn't really affect the amount of or the lack of successful pollination on there. So again, you know, it was a good experiment. I would definitely try it again. You can definitely grow tomatoes indoors. Plenty of people have done it, both soil and hydroponic. But just kind of, you know, sucks that I didn't get any actual tomatoes off it. But, you know, it's part of the experiment and fun of gardening, and it's kind of another reason why I grow, you know, so many different seedlings and varieties, so that it's not a complete failure and disappointment. So with that, I will end the video, and then like I said, over the weekend, once I get some get these 2 bananas planted and do a little bit more work on the garden, got big plans out there that I'll show you. Expanding the garden, building a couple things in the garden, some new stuff I'm going to be planting. I've got some stuff that's been ordered for a few months but doesn't ship until it's appropriate for my zone to plant in, so super excited to get some of those mystery / unmentioned fruits and vegetables. So with that, you know, keep the videos coming from everyone else. Definitely been loving watching all the other stuff that people are growing. I've seen other zones where it's been warmer for a while that people are already bearing fruit on theirs. So you know, nothing I can do about that short of moving out of New York. So with that, I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.